Good luck killing Sidoi this game. I could see that being extremely difficult. They are all magic. Everything.
All
Like, they
magic.
have OD, and that's it, basically. A little bit of pure coming out there, but other than that, it's going to be a long while before they have the damage to kill Sidoi. However, they do have a pretty strong lane now up against the Magnus. This used to be something Gyrocopter was, of course, very good at.
To be perfectly honest, I kind of like Anji's draft a little more.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm 100% down with Anji's. Like, GG. I don't know how you kill Sidoi.
That's going to be a rough one. I mean, he's got lane support. He's got, like you said, that Coco's rum from the Kunkka's boat to keep him alive, even with his spell shield up and running. Magnus Empower, Queen of Pain to start the tempo high in that mid lane and start running around killing people. They've got a 4-man kill squad while Anti-Mage can split push. You know, they've got outs as well. In case laning phase doesn't go well, they do have outs. It's not just a, hey, Anti-Mage is our only hope. They've got these 4 heroes that can run around looking for brawls without the 5th hero there as well. Now, my main question is going to be, what does Gyrocopter build nowadays? What's the item build for Gyro? So we used to see like phase Dragonlance, phase drums, S and Y.
Helm's dead.
Helm's dead. S and Y has seen a little resurgence in play again.
I would guess probably drums S and Y, kind of similar to like that Razor build that RTC was building.
Mask of Madness.
You don't want to silence a Gyro? Are you crazy? He'll be even more useless.
Oh god. No,
Honestly, Veil might be the build these days, but up against the Anti-Mage, there's no way.
I guess the Ags build was very popular when he had that little stint, like the week or so, where he was becoming a little more popular. Was it Phase Ags Maelstrom build?
Yeah,
or whatever it
some
was.
Combination there. You want anything that abuses proc chances. You want with the Aghanims. So I think it was QO who was first doing that when Wanted and them were playing for elimination mode.
Good memory.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say yes. I agree with you.
But yeah, I am certainly favoring Anji, but that does not mean that it's hopeless for Vega. If they get rolling, this game could just be a total stomp. You know, this is one of those drafts that, like, if it works out well, if they get a couple kills early, we're gonna look like idiots for suggesting Anji could have even done anything.
Oh yeah, but I look like an idiot every day, so it's no big surprise for me. You are the master draft analyzer, and dear Lord, Vega, please.
They're still in there, buddy.
No, I genuinely enjoy them. Especially when, they find a pick on a core hero or someone, like, a specific player like Arteezy or something, and they do the Crybaby, or they do the Crash and Burn is the best one from the CIS region. That one gets spammed all the time. They win a little team fight, and they just start crashing and burning. It's very good. So, players...
I just like it when someone dies the first blood, and it's just instantaneous. Everyone on their team spamming. It's so good.
Okie dokie. Yoku back up onto the off lane. His Magnus gonna be heading up there alone, it looks like, with Pikachu playing the Queen of Pain towards mid as the Bane is gonna block up with a creep wave for her. No fear, will be taking up that hero. Down on bot lane, what's going on here? It's got Chu on the Kunkka and Sidoi on that Anti-Mage. Now, Sidoi has been around for a long time. I think he's probably been on more teams than I can count on 2 hands, He's been on every CIS team imaginable over the past 3 or 4 years. But let's see what he can do on this one roll here. Over on the Dire side, though, Vega, who are likely the favourites, at least the favourite team coming into this before the draft was had. We've got the real you, Alohad Ants, playing on the Gyrocopter, already trying to zone out the Magnus with Silence Disruptor. Mid lane, there's a battle brewing. G-O-D, and Show Me the Slayer on that Nyx. Just whacking away at the Queen of Pain. Took Shadow Strike level 1. The damage going into that Nyx is a little bit too much to bear as he's forced to back away a little bit. And bot lane, it's going to be Afterlife, the Clockwork. The guy who came in to replace Mag.
Man, Yoku's lane's looking pretty good right about now. Like, he got him so low there. And he has 7 tangos, but he also came out. This is the new offlaner build, guys. We're back to the more old school stuff. You have all this regen you come up with. You don't have a shrine to work with, so you have to be, very heavy on the pressure in the very earliest phases. So I'm feeling pretty good if I'm Yoku right now.
I'm not taking my eyes off mid lane, Trent. It's enfeeble. It's enfeeble brain sap from the Bane. Good luck, OD. Have fun.
Dude, it's the dream.
Oh, and
I'm so glad this is finally happening, honestly.
Mana burn from Nyx. This is just annoyance versus annoyance. Nyx mana burning Quap. Bane using enfeeble on OD. Oh, dearie me. At least the Queen of Pain's getting some last hits, though. OD is struggling really, really bad in this lane. I see you typing in
Being
Twitch
feeble.
chat. I see you
So
typing in
good.
Twitch chat. Vega lost.
Just helping them out.
Okay.
Salty chat.
2-minute rune.
Anyway.
Shoma, gonna go for it. Oh, hello.
Oh.
Sneaks the haste. This is a dead Bane, right? He's just gonna punch him.
I know,
3 more
Queen's
hits.
coming.
Oh, with the tango. Maybe with the tango is okay. Oh, no fear. In the trees, hide in there. 1 more hit is all they need. They'll get it as well with a good astral from G. Just to make sure that Shoma can get away. And there it is. It's a disaster. Thanks, Toby, for coming in to cast with us. It's a pleasure.
Toby was getting his rocks off every time that was spammed in Manila.
Dude,
Damn, dude.
He needs
He
to
was
change
so
his underwear.
excited.
Every time he has to change his underwear.
He really does, honestly. But very fortuitous haste rune, but well played, of course, by our next assassin to ensure that he got it. Grabs the first blood, gives him a little bit of an edge that they definitely needed in that lane, and a little bit of space for G. Well, No Fear's already back, though. Look at that, minus 20. Look, he can't kill. Oh my god.
Creeps. 8 last hits
Actually
against the
so
13
funny.
and 5. Well, this is the thing, right? OD is meant to be good at denying creeps because you astral the opponent hero and then you deny at least 1, maybe 2 creeps. And then you shove the lane and you take some last hits yourself. So you get, 2 birds with 1 stone basically through 1 astral. But with Enfeeble and the fact that it's a dual lane, I think that's the most important thing here is the 2v2 mid. We're going back to the dual lane mid meta. Thanks. Thanks, guys. It's impossible for this OD to really do anything in lane. But I think we should look elsewhere. We've kept our eyes on our lane for quite some time. Bottom lane Afterlife is getting a decent amount of experience. All those denies likely to be his cogs. Sadoy's farming like a champion down here under his tower, though. As Kunkka should start to look to stack and pull to get his own levels. What about top lane? You said Yoku started well?
Yeah, it's going great. The real you just used a full rocket barrage, and I don't think a single one hit him. So that was great. Somehow, like, completely tanked by a melee creep that was there. We dodged a little bit of bolt. This one will be more trouble, though, it looks like.
Yeah, with Rocket Barrage and Thunder
Trying
Strike.
to find that skew. Oh,
Yeah. Too much magic damage. So much coming out of them, and now this lane will likely become a little more difficult. Silent won't get the pull across. The double range creeps. I guess this will be okay for Magnus. He can just TP to lane and get the majority of this experience, unless Silent is able to go back and drag it across again. But no doubt, the Magnus will come and protest this. He knows what's going to go. He'll just walk over here, try and make it stop. But Silent, not even going to try. Gets the bounty rune, walks back into the jungle. Where's he heading? What is
that's kind of an alright death.
What is Silent doing? Just walking to home?
Yeah, I guess he's that far out of mana, right? Can't threaten top anymore. Just has to go back.
I guess so.
But there's phase boots also on the real you, so he can control the lane now at this point. Levels of Empower only 1 so far for our Magnus. And he's not really controlling enough, honestly. Actually, be quite fine with this.
I mean, yeah,
Next wave's coming.
Yoku just got what, like 2.5 waves for free, basically, up to 17 CS on his offlane Magnus. Ah, it's gorgeous for him. He's having a great old time. Now, we did just see Nyx Assassin walk up towards the shrine, but No Fear is there, and he spotted what's going on. He'll chase the Nyx down, but I don't think he realizes Silent is in the vicinity either. With a kinetic field to hold him in place, Shoma's dropping
coming.
low, and Yoku is arriving with G getting in here, though. Not going to do too much. Gets 1 hit out and then turns tail to run and hide. Good torrent though. Lands in onto Silent. This will be another one. Kinetic Field won't save you from the damage coming out of No Fear and Pikachu. Yoku's rotation was good, but the Kunkka's rotation was even better.
Yeah, the really also just barely missed his pull up here. He got the range creep and the catapult, yes, but not able to get any more assistance down there. He'll start spamming this out though. He did go for the 3rd point in the rocket barrage though. Not going to get too greedy. Thought maybe he'd go for the 3rd in the flat cannon.
What were the changes again to Gyrocopter? Homing missile was like increased by like half a second or something for the stun duration.
Yeah.
It looked minimal, but I feel that if you get to level 25 and you have 3 homing missile charges, it starts to get annoying. But maybe that's something for another day when we see Gyrocopter mid for Limp.
Yeah, exactly.
Could come back.
Or you're playing random draft and you end up with the support gyro or something, the slight buff.
Oh yeah.
One of the more tilting supports in all Dota, honestly. Pretty great. Tilting for you and your teammates, I'm sure.
Tilting for everyone. Afterlife having a few troubles against the mana burn of Sadoy, getting shoved out of lane again, but you know, Afterlife has 20 CS. These offlaners are performing really, really well.
Yeah, Afterlife's had no kill potential just because of the constant mana drain, but he came down with a pretty smart build of the Enchanted Mango, so like there's at least a slight threat in terms of damage, but it's an anti-mage. Like he knows what do his choices have, right? Unless there's a support here, he's not going to get kills, so he still guarantees that like this Kunkka is not just going to run at him because he could just kill him. So he gets the 1v1, he gets the farm the whole time. At the same time, though, you're also trading for an anti-mage. So when this rotation from the Clockwork comes, it needs to be like humongous impact. And I don't know if they can kill Queen. If they'd have to hook and probably impale, and maybe they have enough damage with the OD probably.
Yeah, it's a difficult one. I think to kill the Quap, you need the Static Storm at some point. But Silent, a fair distance away from level 6. Something I've just seen has kind of piqued my interest here. Bane, because he's gone that 1 point of Enfeeble, hasn't gone for a point in Nightmare. You know, you want the 2 in Brain Sap. Now he goes at level 4 for a point in that. But it meant that there wasn't really that setup we were looking for. There was no Nightmare into Torrent. There was no real good way to catch G. And he did get a bit fortunate mid lane, kind of tailing off and moving over towards the Shrine to get away from any initiation. But so much pressure is being put here from Cyber Anji towards the mid lane.
Yeah, I think it's just like, with the Nyx Assassin coming there anyway, then the Nightmare, it would be difficult to line it up with the Torrent and everything. Obviously much better when someone's actually solo the whole time, so good choice, just go for the Enfeeble instead. Arcane Boots, Raindrops, got another Salve up here too for Yoku, and they're looking to set something up with their first RP. He's holding, oh, he's not even holding the point actually. Thought he would be. He's gonna just try and go for the Skewer play instead.
The Observer Ward will spot his movements and make sure there's no one behind him. Drag him into the danger zone as Yoku is blasted down, and they were looking to set something up, but it was Vega Squadron kind of one step ahead of them there. The Kunkka tapered off and moved across towards the Shrine. I think they were looking to, yeah, smoke up with the Bane. They've got a smoke over on him, but no fear with the Queen of Pain will now use the smoke and try and play aggressively up on this top lane. Kunkka shows himself. I think they likely know there's an Observer Ward over here somewhere on the lane, but look at how defensively Vega are sitting. They know there are no heroes showing mid. Anti-mages are alone down on bottom lane. No one's kind of pulled any waves or anything like that, so they can feel this coming. This is just, you know, 100% a map read. They know that something's happening top lane, so they'll hide for a little while. Silent will give his life, it looks like here. Juking through the trees, though, not quite finished off just yet, and a gorgeous hook shot in. And there's Afterlife, traps him in the cogs. Kinetic is down, but Shockwave with Pikachu's damage will finish off the Clockwork, and he blinks forward. A Sonic Wave would finish off Silent. Oh, hello! Oh. He gets him with the tail end of it as well. Double kill for the Queen of Pain. Good stuff.
Damn, that's like the dream Queen of Pain start. Is she gonna be alright mid? It seems so.
Queen of Pain has the blink away. Good call down from the gyro. But equally, Torrent lands. The Nightmare is there, no fear. He's on 170 HP. I was trying to decide whether he goes forward or back, and in the end makes the correct decision. Rocket Flare, level 1, I'm guessing. That didn't do too much damage. Tickled away at the 2 heroes there.
Ooh, Yoku just barely getting away up top there. Could have been some cause for concern, but he'll just skewer up. So, Shrine, we have a smoke here maybe? This looks like, yeah, we got one on Kunkka. It's party time. It's almost time for Sidoi to show up here, you would think. So, they're going to smoke. Oh, it's too late to smoke now. They're just running. They're just going in.
Just going to walk forward then, I guess. Look at this Kunkka. 2 points in X, 2 in the Torrent. I guess this is why we don't need the Nightmare to set up. He's going for the gank and kill build rather than any in the Tidebringer. But I'm just looking at the levels here of the Radiant team, Trent. Level 9 AM, 8 on the Queen of Pain. That all looks very good. The support's maybe lacking a little bit, but they find levels through kills, right? But I think that might be a problem for them. If Vega are able to play defensively, sit in their half of the map, and maybe group up, or look for aggressive plays like this, where they find an easy pick, Bane will drop, and he'll get nothing from this. But if you're so reliant...
That's huge, too.
If you're so reliant in finding kills and experience through kills and ganks as your supports, if the game slows down, what do you do?
Yeah, they also, because of that kill, that gives him enough for the Tome to come in and now give him level 6. So, he's going in with the Vendetta.
That's very big. Who's top lane?
Try and go for Yoku, it seems like, but still not 6, right? Yeah, Silent's still waiting here.
Let's start with a cooldown. One of the raindrop things will get taken out. Go through with the stuns and with the glimpse back. RP is there. And TP rotations come out as well. The Queen of Pain blinks forward with a Sonic Wave onto 2 of them. They kill off 1 in the back. The Nyx Assassin drops. The real you, though, going to try and TP away. 1 more hit is all they need. The scream. The ball of light. Wow. The red pain looks like a sperm flying through the sky is going to go all the way to Fountain, where they won't be able to kill them. I'm going to watch it
When you think about how quick that projectile is, considering the distance it has to cover, that's pretty crazy. Got his raindrop. That's a value
Oh,
right there.
it did. It did as well. Oh, that's pretty good.
Well, not quite able to get any sort of a torrent off or anything there. Of course, they had no idea that he was TPing. So, well played. Good dodge out there. Still a pretty hefty lead here for the Radiant. We haven't even seen the Empower farming until now. And Sidoi will be blessed with the gift. A bit of a wasted RP, though. So, might see some more aggression coming out from the hook shot. And Vendetta's back up in 1 second. So, they want to find this AM now and punish before it's too late.
Where's he hiding,
We'll
though?
find him as he's enfeebled and hasted.
Oh, but the blink is there. Sidoi gets far enough away. They're still converging in towards this mid lane, but Cyber Anji, they are ready and waiting for them. 3 heroes around this tier 1 mid, and Vega. They don't seem to know what to do with themselves at this point. They've got, what, Gyrocopter shoving bot lane. Looks like he will go for the phase into SNY. A standard build there as G, 4 staff, no big surprises there. I do like the fact that players have switched away from Hand of Midas on the OD and now much prefer the double null build that we saw from QQ. Cuckoo over on TNC. Just gives you so much more laning potential. Top lane, God, look at this. A rainbow of TPs coming in.
They know everyone's up here from Anji. Oh, they also spot the Nyx coming in behind them. Oh, he's a Vendetta.
So, static storms there and Quap can't blink. The boat will clip onto 2. A couple of ultis there used to find the pick onto Quap. They won't find the anti-mage though. The Astral maybe, if it was leveled up more, would have been found. But G, 4 points in the Arcane Orb. Goes for the pure damage build against this anti-mage, which, you know, is obviously required. Like you mentioned during the draft, they've got so much magic damage, they need a way to kill him. And the hook shot with some Arcane Orb hits is definitely a way to go about that.
Great ward to set all that up to ensure they knew exactly where Queen was. Get that pick. So they force the full rotation top. They get the kill on the Queen of Pain, but it does mean Sidoi is just instantaneously down bottom and killing this tower. So a win, but not a huge win. It doesn't even put a dent in the lead Anji have.
I can't touch this AM though. 6,200 net worth. Takes a tier 1 for free, no contest. The fight kicks off mid and they kill off the OD. Shoma in a bit of trouble as well with a Nightmare there. Afterlife tries to save his buddy with some cogs, takes the Nightmare off him, but the boat will now land on his head instead. The Clockwork looks like he's given away his life instead of the Nyx Assassin. Not really what you want to do as he's thrown into the air and skewered back down the ramp. Gravity means nothing to these Cyber Anji players.
Is this the random Anji blink scream, dude? Do you believe?
Yeah, go Pikachu. I choose you.
That would be
not gonna go for it.
Glorious.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Something about that spell, the way how it like, because it's an AoE, but the way that it sends out those projectiles. When I first started playing Dota, I was like, oh, why would that hit Invis? That doesn't make any sense. It's just like, I don't know. In my brain, it shouldn't hit invisible units, though.
Yeah.
Obviously, it does, but one of the classics. Of course, it's pretty great. It's one of the few like AoE abilities that like show you where someone is too.
I mean, you don't become deaf just because you're invisible, right?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't think sound moves like sperm either, though, while we're on the topic, but...
Are you a scientist? Are you a scientist?
Sure, I haven't studied the facts.
Exactly. You know nothing. Sound is a sperm wave. There's no sine waves. It's all sperm waves. Glimpse was silent. Nearly had the Thunderstrike into Glimpse combo there onto the Queen of Pain, but she got far enough away. Back to safety.
It's kind of funny. There used to be this like bigger window to kill Anti-Mage. In the olden days, back when we had stats, right? Because no one skilled the spell shield. But now, like, this AM, just despite what level is he now? 13? He's got max spell shield these days, guys.
Because you have to.
Yeah.
Because you have to go spell shield.
You have to actually have a couple points in that thing, in this case 4. So, let's see how it goes.
How do they start this off, though? Well, apparently AM just blinks away. Good glimpse. Will return him into the cooldown. The stun will land as well, and with the static storm, it looks like they'll have enough damage to slowly but surely tickle away at the anti-mage and bring him down. He got close, though, to escaping from that field and blinking out. They had just enough damage to finish him off, and that was without the OD. That was without the pure damage of the Arcane Orb as well. But how does Cyber Anji respond to this? They've smoked themselves up behind the Queen of Pain. Afterlife, he breaks it. He's up on the high ground, and Yoku won't be able to go any further forward. With that Blink Dagger, they were looking for some Blink RP. Won't be able to find one, though.
Yeah, it was nice. It was a big blow to them, getting that pick, and no one able to rotate quite in time. Maybe a bit far out there from the Anti-Mage, considering how many were off the map, but of course that's just good rotations there from Vega. Saw Chu tried to rotate there in time and maybe get a saving hand there with the boat, but not quite able to as he juked up to the north rather than towards the shrine, as he knew he would have been stunned up a little bit sooner. So well played by Vega. Now actually getting a little bit into that lead, although it's been handily in their favor for Anji ever since like the 5-minute mark. 30 seconds till Static Storm's back up. That's really all they need if they want to just go for another pick.
Silence says goodbye, Queen of Pain. And no fear. No way he gets in range for any kind of disable on that TP. Vega trying to find some way into this. It looks like Afterlife. Oh, he's finishing off his treads. I was wondering if he's going for a Hand of Midas on the Clockwork, but he's got Urn, Treads, lots of small items here. A Stout Shield and Quelling Blade even in his backpack. A little bit awkward there for the Clockwork, not being able to find too much farm. All of it's been going into this OD and Gyrocopter, and I guess the same can be said about the Nyx Assassin. Shaman the Slayer doesn't have a good way to find any real gold input to his bank account. On the Radiant team, they're all over the place. They're farming jungle camps, they're looking for kills, they're looking for picks. They're defending their tier 1 towers as well.
We have a completed Yasha as well now for our Anti-Mage. Let's speed up the farming. I'll see if... take your pick, Bane or Courier. Oh, he just put that sentry down. He saw him, I think, for a moment. Nope, you're in
Unlucky,
trouble.
no fear. Unlucky, mate. I think maybe you could have gone for both, honestly. Get the Courier with your Vendetta Strike, and then the rest of your team is coming in for the Bane anyway. They wanted to secure the kill and weren't too sure who was maybe lurking around in the shadows trying to defend this tier 1 at bottom lane.
Has been a bit of a long road to get this tier 1, but they didn't have to commit any like wards down here or anything like that. It wasn't some giant rotation since it is like 18 minutes in. This isn't that very aggressive maneuver or anything early on in the game. Of course, that's what we used to be so, kind of used to from Gyrocopter, was that quick rotation down to try and force some sort of an engagement down here. But Vega, a little bit more of a slow and steady approach that has given some space to the Anti-Mage, and it's also given a little bit of space to Yoku. So we do have the threat of the Blink Dagger if Anji can ever get set up for one of these pushes that are kind of telegraphed from Vega.
Yeah, it's just kind of musical lanes here. Mirroring each other, push top, push bot, move from one lane, move to the other, try and dodge ganks. Vega, it looks like they've decided to split across 2 different lanes. This could open them up to an initiation from the Radiant if they do TP back to defend with an X mark to spot onto the Gyrocopter. It's exactly what they're going to do, but Kunkka doesn't land it and misses his boat as well. With Afterlife's hook shot off the mark, they're going to go and turn onto the clock, but a good RP comes in from Yoku. Sonic Wave's on the back end, but the big old Sans Eclipse goes through from G. They're looking for this Yoku Magnus, and they will find him in the trees. Kinetic Field traps him in, and the 5 men now from Vega Squadron. Looks like they'll be able to survive as well, with the Urn and Stick Chargers keeping silent. Healthy through the tower hits.
What a disaster.
What happened there?
Just completely discombobulated as they came in. We had an RP, but his combination got screwed up by the Nyx Assassin there. It's one of those classic combinations thanks to the Carapace. I believe they were attempting to RP and skewer this way towards the Queen of Pain so that he would have brought those heroes right next to the gyro, and then she'd scream back. But Queen couldn't find the, or rather the Nyx Carapace made it to Magnus. Couldn't get the skewer off, and then Sidoi came in and like there was no target for him to go with the ulti, and whew, that was not good. I don't know, that was really bold of them to try and defend that tower in a full fight too. Like we were talking about being set up and being prepared for the fight, and that's when Anji would have their chance, but instead it felt like they tried to rush it way too much.
If you could just check Skype quickly, I've posted you a message that's it's pretty funny given the circumstances. Yeah.
Oh, alright.
Might need you to take over the stream after this game. I'm not sure, it's not 100% yet. It's a maybe. Everything might be okay, but just in case.
Sounds good, man. My body is pretty not ready, but that's fine.
So yeah,
we'll make it work.
We've got air conditioning in our offices and studios, but some of them have been
Must be nice.
Some of them have been playing up recently. So we've got a maintenance guy coming in, and he wasn't meant to come into my studio today, but apparently he might. So
all right.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Anyway, that's
It'll be exciting.
exciting.
Much like this game.
Air conditioning, man. Woo! So exciting. Sidoi Manta completed, 21 minutes. Battle Fury Manta and Empower behind him. Smoke from the Bane as well. This might be a time where they decide to group up and fight with the AM. 5-man towards a tier 2. I'd kind of like them to go and push mid, push top, and take control of the Roshan pit, try and find a fight around there, because that's kind of the key moment in time where you'd like to have an Aegis on your Queen of Pain so that you can snowball and continue fighting and battling. Even into
They may have missed a bit of a
45.
window, though. There is now the BKB up for the real you. Just finished it now. And she's just getting her Orchid, so... A little sad, and they're actually going to fight when she's only like 50 gold away from Orchid. Oh no, it's like 200 at this point, jeez. Patches, but either way, a little surprising.
Don't turn left. Good, they've turned right. It was very close there to having the smoke popped by the Disruptor and finding nothing at all. The Clockwork, he is weaseling himself out of this. They've jumped north and he's run south. Afterlife, Shadow Struck. I don't think there's a way of retreating away. He's got stick charges to try and TP, but with the amount of lockdown they've got, he's just going to have to try and bait them out and draw them across the map for as long as he can. He wastes a good couple of seconds there, but regardless, 5-man smoke into an offlaner kill. Not the best use of your time here as the Radiant team, especially when there's so much pressure mounting out from Vega, taking control of that section of the map that I was mentioning, all around the Roshan pit. They've moved themselves forward, got the lanes pushed out, and now they could maybe even look to go and take it themselves. Unless they want to contest this AM, who is split pushing away.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to bait that it's just Sidoi down here or something, but at this point, Chu will just show. Actually, no, he still hasn't shown. So, yeah, they might think it's just him. This could work out very well for them. How close will you come, Gyro?
Yeah, how far forward do you
Radiant's
move?
top tower is under
I don't think
attack.
Magnus and Kunkka want anything to do this anymore. They're still playing very far back. Well, Jarkov has moved very far forward, though. Maybe I'm wrong, but has someone just TP'd out? Yeah, they've all just TP'd
they're
out.
of there.
I don't want to be here anymore. Sidoi went top lane to shove that wave. They will start taking control over the kind of north third of the map. What's the plan here for Vega Squadron? Do they look for a smoke? And yeah, okay, very good. They've got all their ultis up. I think it's time to try and find a big team fight. I don't think picks are going to work. They want a big team fight and take Roshan, like 100%.
Precisely. Get Roche, get that first Aegis, and then that way they'll probably have the cheese ready for like their attempted high ground push. This would be like the perfect timing for that. They need to fight Sidoi before he gets his BKB.
Oh, perfect! Onto the AM, Rocket Flare, Thunderstrike, give the vision, drag back into the Static Storm Impale, and Vega Squadron. They were looking for a team fight, but finding the AM is equally as good. With no buyback, there's no real way here of Anji contesting Roshan, so it will be a free Aegis. And you look at where all the lanes are. There's nowhere really for the Radiant team to go and do anything. They can't pressure a tier 1.
Is that it shouldn't be possible, right? The whole point of Kunkka is that you can't do that. Like, when you're grouping up like that, they shouldn't be able to X that Anti-Mage. Like, he has level 4 X. Just like, when he's coming back out of a risky spot like that, that's kind of the way I envision this. Like, Tinker, Kunkka, or in this case, like, AM the Kunkka. This whole idea of, like, never being able to be caught by glimpses. But Anji not quite able to get it synchronized there.
Gyro is massive now at this point as well. Level 17, 2000 HP with a BKB. I guess he still can die if he gets RP Sonic Waved and hit by the Anti-Mage. And of course, they've got the Fiend's Grip to go through the magic immunity as well. But Vega Squadron in a relatively good spot here, as well as a decent-sized stack of Ancients and Creeps to go on to.
I have vision of it. Could possibly consider it from Anji, but lots of TPs, of course, that shrine there. Very scary place to fight. Now, that is one thing about the Radiant Ancients. Like, it's not often people stack this one. It's a little bit harder to get it, like, maxed out. This one, you can stack a little easier, but it's also not as easy to defend. Oh, Sonic Wave down bottom.
He's dead.
Silent
Soulburn
dead.
gets him. And the TP out. Gyrocopter. I thought that was a different hero for a second there. I thought, oh, is this the Clockwork coming in? That's, no. Gyrocopter with no stuns will not be able to stop the TP. Queen of Pain will get out. Expends the ulti for a kill on the Disruptor, which isn't the best when you ideally want to be comboing it up with an RP. But regardless, it will allow them to take this tier 1, it looks like, or at least posture for it.
He is the best way to kill Sidoi for sure, too, though.
Ah, yeah, you're right.
You don't feel safe doing this with the missile, homing missile thingy on you.
Just chasing it down. Where's the missile gone? Ding! Plunked on his head. Will you look at that? Sidoi's going for a BKB.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this game you have to. That's understandable. Fine with that. It's not going to slow your farm down too much because you have the Magnus. You should be able to get it relatively quickly. It's been a little bit delayed, of course, because of the kills there, but... Other than that, he'll be A-okay. It's almost done. He's now got, so he's got the 150 health, 20 attack speed, and he ditches the evasion for the all stats. Again, heavy magic with a little bit of pure tossed in. Makes sense to go for the stats.
I'm not sure I agree with that against an OD. I love evasion against OD. It's so good. But I guess maybe with a BKB, you just make sure he can't hit you at all.
Dire's top tower is under
I'm just
The
not
whole, like-
I'm just not a fan of the like +8, +10 stats in general, especially for like a level 20 talent. +10 stats isn't amazing, but maybe I'm biased.
Yeah, if it was like 20 evasion, I don't know. Maybe it's just the 15 that throws me off. If it was 20, I could like see the value, you know.
Because it has a 1 at the beginning.
I guess so. I don't know. It's like 1 out of every 6 hits versus every 5 hits, essentially.
Yeah, I guess. Oh well, Vega gonna try and utilize this Aegis now. I wish I had Pimp Muckle here. I wish we had the little
under attack.
timer?
the little timer on it. Yeah. What is it? 2 minutes?
Isn't it gone now?
They've got 2 minutes. What? It's not
Oh,
gone.
okay, yeah. No, the other thing, but anyway. So it's like 1 minute and 40 seconds, right? Yeah. You
I've
just
got some
subtract
time.
3. I just think it should say, there should just be another stage that says Aegis expires in.
Yeah. I mean, what I do
And
is I
then
look at
I
the
just
pit and I
switch.
look for the 3, bits, and then I look for the other bits. I don't know how
See,
to.
I've changed to highlighting the little Roshan thing.
Radiant's middle
I still
tower
forget
is
that's
under
there, to
attack.
be honest.
Yeah, there you go.
So what is it? 1 minute and
Get with the
21
times,
seconds
Garrett.
now. 1 minute and 20 seconds. Are they going to try and shove high ground here? Taking down the tier 2, but they're swinging up towards the top lane. It's not really pushed out too far. Rocket Flares have been trying to do the work and get it as close to the tier 2 as possible, and it looks like they're going to try and cut the wave as well. The good Observer Ward down. Disruptor does move across and get some vision of that area, and they're just going to group up and go for it.
I wonder why they weren't trying any X plays. It feels like they're not doing Kunkka stuff.
I feel like
Is it-
Kuka's just not being a hero.
Yeah, is it too risky against the Astral? Maybe that's why.
And now he Yules from Nyx Assassin. That's definitely going to be another thing that they look out for when trying to make X plays. But I think you're right, maybe. But like, OD hasn't been a part of too many big team fights, so I don't feel that
Well,
it's been too much pressure from them.
Like in this situation, a lot of times you'll see a team X this guy on the high ground. He jumps in, harasses the shit out of the gyrocopter, and then he just gets X'd back. But when you're playing aggressive like that, that's when you can actually be reached by an Astral. Like he'll just like Hurricane Pike out of the trees and Astral you, and then you lose that window potentially of the pullback. However, when it's that defensive X that we've missed out on a couple times, there's no way to stop that.
Oh.
That was just like feels bad, man.
Nitron in chat has just alerted me to something. Anti-Mage has 2 different weapons, and I am triggered. How do you do this? Come on now, you can't just wield 2 different
Yep, that's
weapons.
not okay.
That's really
That explains
not
so much of this game.
okay.
Who just got glimpsed back? Oh, it's only Bane. That's good for them.
Well, still,
Like the best case scenario.
a lot of damage in onto the tier 3 tower there. Clockwork holding the line as well, but it was a max exodus from the bottom lane to try and defend this high ground from them. And even without Aegis, it's the pressure from Vega that's coming through so hard. And with a butterfly nearly done for the gyrocopter, it'd be so difficult to bring them down as well. I think Vega have just played this so calmly and so patiently that the anti-mage, even though he's had free farm, even though he's massive, just hasn't had a real chance to flex his muscles. You know, he's been split pushing and gaining gold. But if you're never going to do anything with that gold, what's the point in having it?
Yeah, and we only had the 1 RP, right? We've never really had that smoke up play where they're trying to catch someone on the Dire. They're not getting that lane pressure that they need if they want to get aggressive like that. And some good vision here, spelling out what Yoku's up to, which tells them exactly where Anti-Mage is, because he's always just shadowing him, giving him the ults. Oh, missed him there, but chase him down. Please, sir. Let me help you.
Well, Vega now have another combo up their sleeve. The Blink Hurricane Pike with a BKB on OD. Can just blink forward and slam someone if he wants to. You know, you look at the majority of these heroes, bar the Anti-Mage, and I guess the Queen of Pain has BKB done, yeah, it's over in the Courier. So bar the AM and Queen of Pain, you can pretty much just blast whoever you want to.
Dude, this ward is so much value. We're now showing that Courier coming with the BKB. It's showing them that the entire team is up here, and Vega knows exactly what is happening. In fact, they're going to get this BKB, I think.
Are they going to snipe
Sioma's
it?
trying to find the line on it.
Oh, he's seen it.
Yep.
He's got it. So now no BKB. The scan is there from the Radiant. They know they're coming in, but Vega, they've got an avenue of entry into this fight with Shoma landing the stun, and now the glimpse of the Static Storm as
Where are
well.
the X's?
What is going on? The BKB through Sidoi is there. They didn't throw the Static just yet, but the hook shot lands onto 2. G slams them down, and oh god, the Radiant team, they're just all gonna fall. The chase will be on to Sidoi, but he's moved himself down towards the south, and they won't be able to catch a glimpse of him. This Observer Ward giving vision of absolutely no one for now. They lose, what, 2 supports there? but Vega Squadron removing the courier, removing the BKB, showing strength, and now able to push multiple lanes at the same time. Cyber Anji just didn't know what hit them. It's a freight train out of nowhere.
If a Nyx just walks up and impales you, I'm pretty sure you just lost. Like,
Yeah, like
that just happened.
There was no setup stun. He just literally walked up and stunned you, and then glimpsed you back. And now another glimpse. Static Storm's there. Queen of Pain still, again, no BKB, and this will be another huge pickoff. Vega Squadron. They are buff right now.
He just like won the past like 5 minutes. Kills the courier, kills the AM by setting up for the glimpse. Chu was just like in the trees. Like this Kunk is so poor that he can't guaranteed get those X saves off against the glimpse because he doesn't have a blink dagger. He has no hopes of getting anything like it, but whew!
What do you even do? He's not even, being set up for, and not even setting up for himself with the Your Scepter. He is just landing naked stuns. It's been amazing from him. What is the plan here for the Radiant team, though? This anti-mage who was meant to come to fruition by now. Butterfly is 5,000 gold away. Not looking too bad, but without a Basher or an Abyssal Blade, he doesn't have that real punch to jump in onto a target and make them fearful for their lives. Especially when he doesn't really have anyone behind him that can follow through. I honestly feel like this game rests, pretty firmly on Yoku's shoulders, on a big RP.
Yeah, definitely. The next Aegis probably, like they're still a little bit too scared to push high ground, which is understandable from Vega. The Force Staff's now done, give him a little bit more reach, and the Shadow Blade will be the next item, which could also be a pretty huge one for Anji. There's our Butterfly though. Done, and still 40 seconds until we have our BKB back, and Aegis will be up just after that.
Oh dear. You know what I've missed?
What's that?
2K MMR caster. PogChamp.
Just a classic.
Is Yoku dead? He's in a lot of trouble. He is very dead. Your Scepter is available out from Shioma as well. If he wants to throw it, he'll just go Scepter and try and TP, but the Mana Void is there from Sudoi. I'm going to try and buy some time, but I'm not sure about this, buddy. He's found in the end.
Alright, he's allowed to feed.
Yeah.
He made plays.
That is permissible.
We'll let it go. Only once, though. The next one, that's a true feed. And he will be dead for the Roche return. Radiant don't have the same kind of vision over the pit that the Dire do, though.
Yeah, and there's no real good way for the Radiant to move towards the Roche pit. That ward still stands, so I'll take that back. It's about to die. Goodbye. The vision's gone. I think that's something that Vega do need to refresh, though, is some warding over towards, the Radiant Ancients in this area. They don't have any good Actually, do Vega have any wards out on the map at all?
I don't think so.
Don't believe I see any.
Yeah, I'm not spotting them.
Nope.
There wasn't some dewarding going on from the Radiants, so although those have expired a while ago. And Silent will now catch this one, so he's got a gem. That'll help him get some vision control back.
It does mean that Anji can smoke up in their jungle and go and look for something. The high ground is being held, though, by Vega. This is such a good spot for them to be in as well. Afterlife goes and rockets the Roche pit. They know that's up. And the Radiant, they won't be baited into any kind of fight in that area. They'll move back and shove these lanes back out, realizing that the momentum and equilibrium of the map is not in their favor.
Yeah. You know when you like throw a game because you take some stupid fight, and then 10 seconds after you're like, why did we do that? Why did we even take that? That was so dumb. They like just had that thought before the bad decision. Yeah. They're all like walking up smoke, and they're like, wait, all right, Disruptor just dewarded that. We have a ward over here that sees nothing. What are we doing? Like, let's go get these lanes, guys. Let's not blow this game. It was a good choice.
Okay. Big cooldown there. Huge. Absolutely huge cooldown.
Not sure where the Radiants are.
Where are you, boys? Scan as well from the Radiant, looking for some kind of backstab there, it appears, and they aren't far wrong. The trouble is, the scan is like 5 seconds too early. Shoma the Slayer moves forward now with Silent.
Where is this X? So help me God.
They've got no vision.
There is not an X to save my anti-mage. Oh no.
They're dewarding. They're looking for observer wards over in the Radiant side of the map. Boy, oh boy. This is the big fight that's about to kick off, though. Roshan Pit will be the center of it. Ground zero. But who starts it?
The Punka, though. They can control everything from a base here. They can just X people to lanes, use a couple TPs, and still stay near Roche.
Silent might just die, though. Glimmer Cape. Allows him some distance, though. There's no reveal. One sentry was placed down by No Fear, but nowhere near in range.
They have this ward here too, spotting Yoku just dancing back and forth. The big man who needs the massive RP. They're gonna smoke. Already not spotting anything.
This is what they want.
Oh, they know we're silent. Oh, Yoku, they know where you went. Oh, but you didn't go farm the camp. You're saved.
He's gonna blink back up to his base. Oh no, the AM just blinked. Oh, Sudoi. Oh no, Static Storm's there, and he's got no mana left either. He can BKB, but he's got no fucking HP. He is deleted now with an Astral out from G. They'll catch the cooldown. Over onto Yoku's Magnus with a couple of hits in. He's not quite gonna die, but this will likely secure Roshan for Vega Squadron with Aegis and Cheese on them. A Radiant team. Not a great chance in this game anymore.
Well, said they would have some trouble with the AM. Need pretty much everyone there to kill him a bunch of times, and that's what it's been like every single time. They just always have the numbers. AM hasn't been a threat at all. He hasn't had any of those solo pickoffs you expect. And this will be a very difficult fight if they want to try and take this.
So smart from G as well to use Sandy's Eclipse as a mana burn on the AM so he couldn't BKB blink. And that really did secure the kill. Xmark. Queen of Pain.
Cheese in there.
Where are you off to? Jumps forward, jumps back, Sonic Wave onto the clock, but won't finish him off. Kunkka will have to TP back out as well. Roshan just goes the way of Vega with a little bit of poking and prodding there from the Radiant, but expending ultis and throwing your bodies into the meat grinder doesn't really gain you anything. And here comes the high ground push. How do you defend with no Sonic Wave? How do you defend with no anti-mage for 20 seconds? And how do you defend against an MKB, SNY, BKB, Butterfly, Aegis, Phase Boot, Gyrocopter? Walks up on the high...
The answer is still RP, though.
No, the answer is Enfeeble, apparently.
Also a good skill.
What are you kidding me? He gets him. Stops the Blink Skewer or the Blink RP play, makes sure that Gyro is fine and the Aegis isn't expended meaninglessly, and they walk back to kind of bunker down over in this Radiant jungle area.
And they had no vision either. Like, there was a sentry down, they made sure, so he was just like spamming Yules behind his gyro, because he knows that's the only play they have, right? You often see pro players doing that, where they just are instantly just smashing their quick cast button behind their hero up against Magnus. I wonder if he force staffed him first, if that would have worked. Maybe.
Maybe could have done.
Jeez, silent. Bold man here.
What's he doing? What's he up to?
He's just running in the Radiant jungle.
Oh, that's
There's
not...
heroes here, but...
So Ghost Scepter, I guess it keeps you alive from the right clicks of Gyrocopter.
Dude, he's dying faster, so he'll respawn faster.
Oh, okay, you're
tactic.
right. I
Actually
can see that.
level.
I concede that point. That is actually very intelligent.
Literally works.
It literally works like that. Very good. What's not very good for the Radiant team is Aegis is still up. They jump in onto the bottom lane though. There's a Hex over onto one. Queen of Pain is dead. AM has jumped forward to try and play aggressively onto the OD. But Sudoi will now have to blink away. The fight up on top lane is kicking off, and well, it's being broken down. Vega Squadron find another couple of kills as the buyback from Queen of Pain. She walks forwards there. Not entirely sure that's where you want to be heading into, as there's a glimpse available back into the danger zone, and Pikachu blinks back out again. Sudoi looking for some damage in onto the real U, but the right clicks come through onto the Clop. Oh, it's not quite enough. The Gyrocopter will pop his KB and keep on battering away, and will find at least a consolation kill on the Kunkka, but they found what looks like a lane of ranks here at the top lane, and they've got mid lane shoving in as well. Heroes falling left and right from Cyber Anji, as Vega Squadron really do have an iron grip on this game.
Yeah, they just got outplayed side of Anji. No, they had to get ahead early. They had to keep the momentum going from the side of Vega Squadron. Couldn't let this anti-mage get out of control. The game would have been extremely difficult. And they certainly did not.
That Bane died far too quickly. Far too quickly. Queen of Pain, Blink BKB. Oh, the OD is dropping low and the RP is good. The Static Storm dropped on their heads though. Queen of Pain is able to blink away, but the AM is not, as this Gyrocopter is beyond godlike. An absolute beast, and GG is called. They know it's over. The first best of one here of the Galaxy Battles qualifier for Europe will go the way of Aloha Dance on the Gyrocopter.
Vega the expected winners for sure, but I thought they put up a pretty good fight at the beginning. It's just they never found anything for this Kunkka. Just